and even paranoid. Have you been delaying?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
Oh, looks like Junior's ad was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for... Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already... My brigade is... However...
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep.
Oh, you...
Deshret's relic... On any...
The con?
I think it... Anyway...
Say what?
I think
I won't go into...
100...
Yep. Not only have they...
That's beyond...
I don't know how to... If I don't do some... I just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's setting the...
I mean, if he was even remote, he was loud and... Of course the other
Sounds like a...
What about your mother?
Unfortunate...
I'm sorry, Dia. I did...
It's alright, He told me that he'd say... But the problem... They were tales of...
Sounds like you're...
More or less. He seemed to think... Even the toys... It was only much...
What an... interesting guy.
Yeah. Until I grew up... Looting... No one in the... Did they really...
I think I can...
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father. I'm not investigating them due to... Yeah.
I see.
It is.
That may be true.
Well...
What should we do?
Huh?
Well, she's super tough.
I'm inclined to agree. I'll wait for news from you in this...
Alright, then let's get...
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Oh, so you've already become like one of us then? Anyway, they've become they even attack...
Even the most
That's right, a portion of their...
That's
Yeah, a few days ago, rather than saying...
Wait,
You heard me right. If their only goal was... Unfortunately... Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the...
It sounds mighty strange to me, too. Gotta say, though, I didn't
Nah.
What he said. Yeah. And while they went to talk, any survivors...
We
rushed over as soon... Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the... Now that we know you'll have a capable...
Hey! Of course!
Oh.
Even if she had...
Oh, one other thing. We held another... The deputy put a lot of...
sorry.
Gotta admit. Now, if only the
The awkward side...
Hey, Huh? Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
All right.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over...
Are they?
There aren't many rules or graces when... If someone starts getting under your skin, you just... But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. Hey, Knuckle...
all you gotta do...
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
There are leaves around, and
This should be the place. Let's find it. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another.
No need to worry.
Here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
That's close enough.
Venture!
as one with wind and cloud.
Can't see? So you want this one?
Emerge. Right here.
I'll be back. You're the Flame Mane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
Ha! That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds!
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
But...
I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so...
Well...
Yeah...
We found a piece of paper with a book.
Let me take a look. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and all familiar names. This caravan, that person will... Wait. Yeah. Every transaction... Anyway. Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon...
Oh my god.
I'd be... Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, but...
What if the homie...
That's a possibility. But if they could have just as easily bought good... Yeah. I've been to their estate the only but that's still just a speculation. You're probably right.
What should we do now?
If you ask me, I'm not worried. Let's go find my... If we're lucky... I've considered... She showed Jen... That's not how I do...
You're right. Paimon wants...
Yeah.
Wind Strider!
Emerge! Right now. Right here. I'm always watching.
Let's light it up!
Adventure time!
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back
Actually,
I see.
something like...
You all look a little... Why don't you just...
It's okay,
So something on any other...
my lady.
The master. Okay. My father.
Yeah, I've never doubted the master. Maybe he's not actually aware of the...
I can't help but agree.
Huh?
Thank you, since you've told in the past. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the court.
About that. Later, the master told me he offered me a...
Well, but that...
I think I get...
Precisely. If my father...
You mean the gold?
No, no.
But that still does...
So, the master was...
Sorry we put...
It's okay, Paimon. Regardless of...
But is that... My father is... However, if we decide to...
Here.
It's alright, Dee.
You don't have to do...
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was the thing about... Right, yeah! Besides, there's no point on...
Thank you, everyone. In which case...
Sure thing.
Time to go. Time to go.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two.
But...
Well...
So, that's what you...
If you wouldn't mind...
Well, what I do know...
Wait.
Yes. But knowledge of your father could... Of course, the facts of this... If you must...
I've made it this... I have my own... I came here to...
Our family once need... They had superior number. Those Eremites were Kusela's men. Kusela was grinning.
Really?
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because we started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay...
So...
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the man I...
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gotten into a fight. That was all. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house. But he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dia.
So he was the one who recommended Dia to you.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dia could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
And that's why you offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dia as my own daughter. And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and me all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter. Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any mora from him, but he'd always sent me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago. The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even explosive materials.
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dekana al-Ahmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dia at risk. That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably came to me for help because he had nobody else to turn to. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his requests for explosives and weaponry. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but I could not simply reject his plea for help. In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me feel least guilty.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Oh no. Dia, please don't feel that way.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. Another way? I don't know. I knew him, and he was nothing more than a childish brute. I can't understand what's going through his head. But I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last few years.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you would need to be resolved between you and him alone. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, I tried my best to avoid getting involved any further with him. However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dakan al-Akhmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Then I guess this is bye for now, unless...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet. My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I'm also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem. I feel like our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the Corps of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. I am prepared to accept whatever verdict they choose. It's time to face my mistakes.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sonoma.
Welcome! I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Take a guess.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler! Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers. It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aquabus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all! Don't worry, we're on the case!
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need! This'll be a walk in the park for us!
Fresh fruit, sweeter than syrup. I'll take a guess.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable... Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to confer
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials, maybe now's a good time to leave.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, if Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine.
You're from North...
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too.
But it seems that either way you look at it.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid any...
Hey, you...
Don't interrupt. It's not often I...
You kidding? Listen to me.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the...
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys! Let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses.
Paimon!
No time. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
What's your deal, bro?
Oh.
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I...
Strange.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
So what are you doing?
Well...
Huh?
But recently... That is a... I can't remember if it was during that... She was always... One time, because I had a...
But what is...
She never explained... In my dream...
A whale? Oh, that's...
It takes that
So you used the whale as inspiration. So why don't you...
You make it sound so... But it's been years...
Oh.
Yeah, oh.
What?
No.
Official...
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to... The champion duelists are so engaging. And the worst case... Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. So really...
So...
Apparently it's... Besides, apparently the one...
Well, that's child for ya.
Oh, before I forget...
Huh? Your... vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable. Besides...
Paimon knows what you're... That sneaky guy. Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The report... sorry. The whodunits? It's so exciting to reach the moment. Oh, Lily said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
Investing too much emotion puts you at risk of doing something irrational.